This Meditainment production is brought to you today by the Samurai Aquatics and Decor Metaventure. Scan that QR code or click that link in the description and dive yourself headfirst into the Samurai Aquatics Discord server to pleasure your peepers on our current and future range of outdoor decor.
The Whine and Cheese Show is a Metaverse and NFT discussion and interview series brought to you by Metaverses Entertainment and host BEN68 and Morecheese. Warning: the information and opinions within are solely the views of the individuals involved and contains content not suitable for anyone.
G'day and thanks for listening to or watching the Whine and Cheese and the Metaverses Show. I'm BEN68 here with my co-host Morecheese for episode number 92, recording on Friday the 7th of July for Cheese, which is Saturday the 8th of July for me.
What a mouthful. Today we talked about Upland-ish articles and we had an Uplando in the mix.
Absolutely. Play to earn gaming, play to game earning, whatever it is. It ain't dead, baby. It's just getting started. So sit down, shut up, and hang on for another roller coaster episode of
the worst doink boink ever.
The worst intro ever.
Whine and cheese. Time for wine and cheese. Wine and cheese. Time for wine and cheese. Cheese. One is a wanker, one's slinging stumps. One's from Australia, one's from the Bronx. Talking about the Metaverse and NFTs. Interviewing all the real crypto G's.
Spot.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Whine and Cheese and the Metaverses Show. I'm Morecheese here with my co-host Ben, and we have Uplando here on our 92nd episode 92. Don't throw a shoe, but if you have to throw a shoe, make sure it's not a good shoe, because you might not get it back.
All right, we're going to get straight into it this week because we got an absolute buttload of stuff to cover. And
how much is a buttload? Like, how much can you fit into your butt, Ben?
Oh, I think that's subjective.
You should know your butt. What about you, Uplando?
Well, I would say that it's experiential, so that would be what you could. So
based off of. Some people are puckered up tight. I don't know. I don't think I've told you my colonoscopy stories from in Japan, have I? That was a whole thing.
Go ahead, share.
In Japan, they don't knock you out for a colonoscopy. You're fully awake for it. And I kept saying to the doctor, "Oh, can you turn the TV around? I want to see what's happening." And I was like, "Can you go back a bit? What's that?" And they're looking at me like, "What the hell is this guy about?" So most people just roll over to the side and cry softly. There's the scientist in me. I'm like, "Hey, what's that bit? That looks interesting."
When they did a nasal endoscopy into my stomach, I did the same. Like, you're sitting up facing forward and I'm like looking at it. I'm like,
that could make good content. I feel like for both of you, you could really have some,
Yes.
One up his ass, one up my nose.
Yeah. You could literally call that. It could be one up my ass, one up my nose. That could be the episode.
What a start to the show. It's all it's all uphill from here. It's all uphill. All right. Now I have to make a correction. On the UDU podcast, I was kind of saying, why has Miles been a party pooper for this whole Light the Fuse challenge? But
that's right.
I read it a couple of times, and read this again. Cheese, take that away. Or you got a mouthful of oats.
Attention. I got it. Yeah. What do you want me to do?
Go for it.
Attention, calling all Uplanders. Mal has managed to scatter rockets across 10 different cities in Upland. We need your assistance in locating and neutralizing these rockets before they launch.
So Miles isn't a party pooper. He's a freaking terrorist.
He's a terrorist.
He's a terrorist. He's disguising rockets in amongst the 4th of July celebrations. And we got to We got a Mission Impossible run around save the day.
I almost just did the Mission Impossible. Dun, 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 dun. It ties in with the Tom Cruise, right? He's got the Mission Impossible 7 or 8 or 10 or whatever he's on right now.
You see him grappling down from the ceiling.
Yeah.
So the other night I thought, what the hell? I'll give it a shot. And guess what I got myself? I got myself first up. I got one of these gold ones.
Well.
50 entries.
I want a pickle.
Yeah. I mean,
nice.
I got the pop-up thing.
Can I still do this?
I think it ends like now.
Yeah. I think it's past us. I think it's
Friday, 9 a.m. PT. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh,
yes.
wow.
Your
Miles
dreams
isn't a party pooper. He's a terrorist.
Yeah. Pickle dreams are over. Cheese, you're going to have to get one on the secondary.
Yeah, I'm going to have to buy one on the secondary.
You know where you could find one? I just happen to know a place over in Fresno, California, where you can get block explorers. That's right, people. Just type in H&M over in Fresno, California. Get yourself over there. Get yourself a great deal on a block explorer. Ben, back to you.
Absolutely. And if you can't get one over there, you can head to Midtown Terrace. I don't know the address. It's in Midtown Terrace. It's the spam show.
Oh my god.
All right. Now I don't remember what I've put together here, but there's quite a list of stuff. So we'll go through. Oh yes. So we did have congratulations again to Howard Beach, who took out the June neighborhood collections, and now it looks like it's going to be a battle between Century City and Hell's Kitchen. Midtown Terrace is going to drop off a cliff because we kind of just did that short-term thing. I expect we would probably drop down into the top 10 somewhere. But look, there's a few creeping up here. I'm seeing Nubex's Handsome Dam, that dam project, that's coming up. Bronxdale's in the mix, 20 the spot. So, yeah.
You know, I just want to point out that I'm impressed by the longevity of Manhattan for Hell's Kitchen. They were also in the running with another area, wasn't it?
Chelsea, they secured last month in Chelsea, I believe.
Yeah, in Chelsea. So
previous month.
Yeah, so still strong attendee and showing up for Manhattan, which I think is pretty cool.
Well, they have a significant advantage. Like I whinged about this yesterday somewhere in Upland on one of the channels, that it's just does my head in that Upland has crippled, the people that are the most engaged, who have been the most engaged for the longest period of time with Spark development. They're absolutely crippled by this whole system they're set up, because we can't put up new buildings in Midtown Terrace. We're stacked as much as we can. The only way we can play with that metric is to demolish things and put it back up again. That's freaking just straight up dumb.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it does require that you build, right? That's one of the metrics, the big metric. Yeah, that's understandable. I can see what you're saying there. So yeah, let's hope that we can send something up the flagpole and they'll acknowledge it and MTU for the win. Yes, no, they definitely won't. But yeah, there's people that are gaming the system as far as the sales stats and all of that as well. But the Manhattan team, they're a solid team. They're just like banging them out one after the other. Hell's Kitchen won't be the last. They'll move on to the next one. They're just rolling. So good on to them. They've worked out a system and they're running with it. So, no, what do you think, Cheese? You've been very quiet there about your whole Bronxdale. You got secret plans of brewing? Maybe. I just can't wait to get my freaking factory so I can start making some more cheese pixel stuff. Because like I'm so scared that people are going to be having the same ideas as me. Like this, it's not fair to keep waiting. You know, that's like, gonna happen regardless. Yeah, I know. I guess it's gonna happen regardless. But like, the sooner I can get out there, the sooner I can claim it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Uplando. It's a warranted, almost like anxiety or fear that you would have, right? Is that somebody would jump on top of something that you've already had in your mind. We saw this in the speedways early on for the contest at MTU. It happened. But what I liked about that is that the community spoke and that was averted. That didn't happen. So I get what you're saying. I too have things that are ready, hurry up and wait scenarios. So I feel you there. Yes. Now that reminds me of the thing. Speaking of Midtown Terrace Block Explorer shop in Midtown Terrace, Finsky sent me a DM through the week and he's like, check this shit out.
So I don't know, it must have been 6 or 8 months ago, maybe more. Finsky, we swapped a property, an apartment building in Midtown Terrace. He took ownership of the apartment building because he wanted to run a Block Explorer shop. So he applied, did all the artwork, did all of that stuff. Got no answer for ages. I believe he asked one of the CMs as a follow-up, and they said, oh, no, it looks like yours isn't going to be approved because of whatever reasons. And Finsky said, oh, well, whatever. So we swapped the property back. And then yada, yada, yada. Several months later, I apply for a Block Explorer shop with the same address. That comes through. And then Finsky's just got the message, your Metaventure application has been approved.
Oh my God. I had no idea that you, when I said that for my Block Explorer plug, that you had now 2 Block Explorer shops over.
No, we don't.
Oh, you don't?
Because Finsky applied for the address. He was told that it's not going to go through. So he swapped that back to me. And then months later, I applied. And then mine was approved. And then yada, yada, yada. His has been approved, but he doesn't even own the property anymore. It's Midtown Terrace. It's just a comedy of fuck ups.
So he's gonna have to change the address.
Well, it's just not going to work. It's just because he'll have to reapply. It's just bonkers.
Well, he has to reapply anyway.
So it's just
so he could say, hey, it's been a year, my address has moved to this. Like, at least he was notified. Like, I didn't even know about my factory being approved until I contacted a CM. They told me to contact customer support. Customer support said they have no idea. Contacted a CM again. They contacted someone else. And then they said, oh yeah, yours was approved like a couple of weeks ago.
Yes. Ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, the Metaventures things has been a very hot debated topic. It's been a topic ongoing. And to it, I would say that I think that there will ultimately be some type of addressing it. So I know that you've heard this 1,000 times before. Hang in there, people. I do think it will come full circle and ducks will get in a row. I do believe that. For me to be an optimist on this is crazy because I am complete opposite. I'm glass half empty kind of person. So, but anyway,
I'm not a skeptic. I'm a realist. I'm mostly optimistic, but at the same time, I have a business to run. Like I wanna make that UpX,
Yes.
I want to put my ideas forth. Like I'm ready. I have all of my stuff to submit,
Fair enough.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Just at least let me know I'm in.
Right.
You have my email.
Yes, not knowing is the worst for sure. All right, now, Cheese, we've been talking about that whole thing where, is Upland on board with AI? Did that thing that we read that seemed like they were poo-pooing the idea? Wait, what am I doing here? What the hell did I just do?
Well, you shared
Twitter.
Yeah.
Am I still on share?
Yeah, you still are. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what I've done, but I've lost. Let me see.
We see the Dirk Upland tweet where he's
there we go.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. So it does appear that they are on board because read that.
Well, yeah, it says Uplander co-founder and co-CEO Dirk Lewis, Dr. Dirk Lewis, they got it wrong, shared some exciting insights at WAIC 2023. Dirk Lewis recently took the stage at the World Artificial Intelligence Conference in Shanghai, shedding light on how AI will accelerate the rapid growth of the open metaverse, AI metaverse. I don't know if that's pertaining to what? Upland metaverse or the AI metaverse or all metaverses? What is your thoughts there?
Jesus.
Well, our thoughts were during one of the AMAs, he said they wanted nothing to do with AI. Yeah. And now he's talking about AI all the time. But it may have been a misunderstanding, but I don't think it was. I think it was just a misspoken word. It is good that they are actually talking about AI on a regular basis now, because it is going to be something that accelerates the rapid growth. Conference in Shanghai. I mean, China is one of the biggest technology giants, and I can't wait to see what the hell they do, because that's going to be crazy. I would love to have, you know, like a place like China up next as well, even though, you know, I guess that's another conversation with the communism stuff, but well, I don't know.
Well, there's no way that Dirk went there just for this conference. I can imagine he would have had several meetings lined up. So, well, and we know that there's several Chinese cities have spent, you know, buttloads of cash. We've covered heaps of those articles, like spending tens of billions setting up various metaverse projects. So yes, I think AI is going to be the blood in the veins of the metaverse. It's going to be as simple as that. So
yeah,
to see that they are actually officially on board, that's good to see, because we've been kind of going backwards and forwards with that whole thing for several weeks now. So it's good to get a wrap up on that. All right, moving on. Now, Uplando, this is something that's kind of good that you're in today, because this is something that kicked off on the UDIA podcast last week. And it got followed up in the MVE channel. Now, I kind of half translated the thing while I was going to bed, and I woke up and said, Myra, did I translate this right? And she's like, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. But then I thought, oh, duh, you just use Google Translate. So, yes, there does appear to be a tool that people are using to assist them with treasure hunting.
Yeah, it does seem to be that. I had seen, this is not the only tool. I've seen multiple what would be browser add-ons, or otherwise you log into these websites. This one is pretty elaborate, so if you want to go through it, I did bring it more out in the open, and somebody was wanting me to clarify it. Look, I can't see why or where there would be trouble with this, me pointing it out. I mean, it is what it is. It's there, Ben. So yeah, have at it.
Yeah, well, we're trying to point it out, not as a fact that, like, hey, go and use this. It's like, Upland, hello, let's look at this. It's probably something you should be mindful of.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, they could kill this website. There's probably another 10 that are going to pop up just like it. So what does it actually do? Well, you got to log in with it. You got to play around with some code. You get a code that gives you access to this thing, and where is it? It gives you, it's kind of a weird system. Like, it tells you the basic direction of where the treasure is. It's not,
wow.
Yeah.
It's not completely like accurate, but it is a significant advantage.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Now, this makes me wonder though, have the developers, whoever put this together, have they kind of gamed it so it's not, you know, if they're able to put this together, they must know where the treasure is.
Right.
So they've probably got their own thing where it just shows the treasure address, and then they've just put this as a kind of a gamification of that.
Is there a paywall to this, Ben? Is it cost to do this? What's the story on that?
No, when I read token, I thought, oh, hang on, you'll have to pay it. But I had a bit of a play around last night. I wasn't able to do it. Maybe my version of Google isn't the same as the instructions. It doesn't appear to be. It's just like you just get this bit of code and you punch it in, and like I said, I'm not putting this here as a, hey, go and do this, but yeah, it's just so that people who are treasure hunters that are investing time and money and resources and whatever, this is what you're up against. So, so it's more just to kind of put a bow tie on that whole conversation. So yes.
Yeah. Thanks for looking into it. Yeah.
But there have been rumors of this kind of situation since treasure hunting first got kicked off. So yeah. So it is definitely out there, confirmed as of now, and thanks for kind of bringing that up, Linda.
Yeah, it felt like it was a rumor until now. Everybody's like, well, show us the proof of the aliens. And I'm like, oh, here's a picture. No, here's the entire program of the aliens. Like this. There it is. You can't hide this one. It's out. So
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's from a Japanese developer too. So interesting. But like I said, this there's no way that this is the only one out there. There's plenty of smart API coders out there. This would not be the only one.
Yeah.
No way, no how. All right. So moving on.
Is there a way, do you think, I'm sorry, real quick, do you think there's a way that they can trace or track third-party add-ons, tools to your Upland, like through API, like just to just to kind of like that would be a great freaking
deterrent. Like a
wait. My thoughts. That would be a great something for programmers to look into, trying to find third-party tools in the API or somehow that are using like cheating programs.
Now, Upland used to run a bug bounty program where you could get paid a little bit of UpX for finding bugs and that, and the other thing. Upland, I believe they can turn off API access to various websites, but if they do that, they'll just create a new website. So yeah, I think that's I was very reluctant to play with that whole token, paste the code over and use this system because if those accounts are getting tracked somehow, then you're just going to end up in jail. Yeah.
They need to get tracked and they need to go to jail.
Shame.
Yes. Yeah, it's a good point, Cheese. Yeah, if you're a smart coder, well, yeah, be a what do they call them? A white hat coder or something like that? A white hacker or something?
Yeah. I think that's right. Yeah.
Yes. So be proactive about helping the community because it sucks basically. It sucks. All right. Yes. Now I did put this out through the week. We've been going backwards and forwards with logo for the Metaverse Ventures Alliance, and I was just like, I got to stop wasting weeks trying to fucking decide on colors. So this is it.
I love this.
I like it so much. Yeah.
I love it. It reminds me of the movie AI when they actually going across the bridge. Also, when they talk about the moon coming up, when Teddy is talking about when they see the moon that grabs all of the AI that are rogue. But I love the feel of it. It's got a little Blade Runner in it. I dig this.
Yeah, we went for the kind of it's keeping in tradition with the latest evolution of the Udu colors. It kind of has a bit of evilness to it, and with what we're setting up with a few other things, that this kind of color made sense. Yeah, I like the blue. I even like the purples and the greens, but
I hate the purple. But I was thinking, I keep forgetting, so I'll say it here. Do you mind having a play with the text? Because I have this Orbitron that I used for the banner and the pamphlets in Genesis Week, just to see how it would look on this. I can't remember words today. What is it called? The words, the letters.
The font?
Font. Thank you, Uplando.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for today. I'm here to supporting cast.
Yeah, that the outer font, I could play with that. The inner font, I kind of like the way that the M and the A angle into each other. But yeah, if you send me a font that you want me to play with, I can do that.
I also like the giant meteorites and planets that are ominously hovering above the area as if they're on their way.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff.
That'll come into play with a few different things we got cooking up on the back end. So yes, I currently have, I believe it's Laban and Shaq over there testing out some of the onboarding stuff. It's a bit of a mess at the moment. It's only bare skeleton, but yeah, it is on the way. So that'll amalgamate a whole bunch of our different projects and servers and everything all into the one. So keep your eyes peeled for that one.
Yeah, if you're on Twitter, go like this. You should go like it. You should immediately do it and follow.
Yes. That's not what I wanted. Where are I? Oh, yes, it is. Yes. All right. Moving on. Now, this is another article that came up through the week. I'll just get rid of that one. Upland and EOS system dominate the EOS ecosystem Q2 report. Now, this is interesting.
Wow.
Take that away, Cheese.
Me.
Okay. The EOS ecosystem report by Masari reveals the notable impact of Upland and the EOS system in the second quarter of 2023. Upland, an engaging virtual property game, dominated the ecosystem with an impressive 74% market share.
Wow.
Is that healthy for one project?
Yeah, you know what? Let me say something real quick about that. Yep. If you look at Wax right now, the dominating Wax company or organization is Funko. But Funko makes up more than 80% of all the current. Yes. Wow. Yeah, Funko is the it's got the most movement on there, right? So very interesting.
Well,
Yes,
we'll
well-
see a new person coming up, a new thing coming up soon, because I know Avalon the Druids have been talking to EOS.
That's right.
Oh, interesting.
Woo, woo,
Yes,
woo.
bloody Joe
Woo,
and
woo.
Rob. I'm responsible for some of that boost in the Funko sales. Joe and Rob have got me FOMO into a bunch of projects.
Oh, and
Volume.
real quick, if you do have a Avalon the Druids pass, any kind, emerald, gold, silver, whatever, they're having a free weekend this weekend.
Yeah, I've got that. You've screwed me. I've got that at the end for the wrap.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry.
I got a whole system here lined up, and we're going to end up on that good
Give me
news.
a heads up, buddy.
There's no editing,
We
people.
don't run like that.
Forget what I said. We'll get to it later. I
Put a pin in
shouldn't
it.
say anything.
Yes.
These are not the Avalon Druids you're looking for.
No. So it says here, meanwhile, the EOS system contract group responsible for essential functions like delegation and resource management garnered nearly 4,000 daily active users compared to Upland's 21,000 daily active addresses. Together, Upland and the EOS system command an average market share of 86%, showcasing their substantial influence within the EOS system. Mm-hmm.
I'm
So
still mad at
furthermore, the-
Wombat. I'm still mad at Wombat. They did me dirty.
they did do you dirty.
What
yes.
happened with the Wombat? Well,
I think I told you, like, I was talking to the CEO, like, this
Oh.
was early days. I saw TD was on it and a few other people, and I was like, these projects are in the same rank as mine, or even, lower than me. Like, I have a good standing, I have a good customer base, and this and that. So I emailed them, and he got back to me, and he's like, oh yeah, we want to put you in, yada yada, fill out this form. I filled out the form, and he says, okay, you're coming up next season, everything looks great. And then I'm ghosted. I was ghosted.
wow.
Ghosting is for little bitches.
Little bitches.
Little tiny bitches. That's what ghosting's for. And man-childs. And crybabies.
Crybaby.
I was on Twitter just now and I was rolling through and liking MVE stuff. And so this has in no way, shape, or form to the correlation to anything we were just talking about. But my God, Cheese, that Taylor Swift image that you did, that artwork is super spot on. And Taylor is in Kansas City, Missouri tonight. She's going to be performing out at Arrowhead. So there ought to be 70,000. If you go to Arrowhead, we've been recorded as the loudest NFL stadium in the leagues. But I mean, tonight, if you can imagine, probably from 10 to 35-year-old screaming voices at the top of their lungs may set a new record for loud. So it ought to be interesting.
Will Goldie be there?
Ben.
Sounds horrendous.
Goldie will be there with his light. Yeah,
The
Taylor.
Swifties will be out. Yeah. Sorry, Ben. Continue on. I won't pain your ears anymore.
Oh, good. Yes. Now, one of the things that the community picked up on through the week with this article, and the Fudsters had a field day with this. Cheese, you got to take that away.
All right. The data suggests that Upland's popularity primarily stems from its existing user base.
Okay, so the Fudsters, they angled into this as, yes, Upland is just milking the existing user base for all it's worth, And I think it might have been the Turbo or somebody. I think it was the Turbo in response to this article and some of the FUD that kicked off. He's like, so you're meaning to tell me that there's not much growth in a bear market? That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
It's the committed people who keep building that are keeping it ticking along. Yeah, that all checks out.
Yeah, I mean, what isn't this every company on the face of the planet, right? If you're Samsung, if you're Apple, I mean, how do they compartmentalize it to just this? It is, I can't understand it. And again, you're supporting that which you are involved with. Why? Is it some kind of tick that people have to go on and to use since we're in the MVE, to shit on that which you have put time, effort, money, friendship, community into? I just don't get it. And it's something that still to this very day baffles me. But again, this is just logical to me. And you grow as you grow, and there will be spurts and times of growth, pullback, pop up, that types of thing. So
Yeah, and it's addressed in the next two sentences. However, it is still responsible for a significant portion of newly created addresses. The decline in average daily new addresses impacts all contract groups across quarters.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is. It's the Veruca salt from Willy Wonka. I don't care how, I want it now. And if they can't get it now, or if they mess up too much where they get banned, then they have to take everybody down with them.
Yeah, Daddy, I want new users in Upland now, Daddy.
But the funny thing is that you go to these fudders, Discords and Twitters, and they have almost no likes on their stuff. Like you had a great phrase for it, Uplando, the echo chamber. They're posting these things and it's just bouncing off of themselves. If you notice, there's only, if they're lucky, they get a comment.
And then go ahead, Ben.
I was just going to say, and that echo chamber creates a FUDnado, and these people just get themselves in a panic. Oh, I got to sell before it all crashes and dies, doom and gloom.
But nobody's commenting on it, Ben.
Yeah,
they're commenting themselves. They'll post and then they comment to themselves. I mean, that has to be apparent, but I don't know. Wow.
Meanwhile, in the height of the bear market, it says here, Upland, I'll skip that bit. Upland shows promising growth rates with 52 new addresses per day, respectively. Compare that to Sandbox and Decentraland's. What have they got? 30 or freaking, what was it? 30 daily active users a week or something, Cheese, we were covering? Or was it a month or something stupid?
Yeah, so, yes, 20. I think it was 20.
If we're kicking along with 52 new users every day in, at the height of a bear market, I think we're not doing that bad.
Yeah, that's really good.
Blah, 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 blah. All right. Now, another article that kicked off, which, here we go. Look at this one. A leap of faith from politics to Upland, a busy world of Web3 blockchain and metaverse. What's this about? This is all about Danny Brown Wolf. So there's an article came through the week, and that's
such an intense look from her. It's almost like a Mona Lisa. Like you don't know if she's happy or mad, or
it's like, go on, try it. Go on.
Yeah, go on, try it.
And it looks like in this that whoever did this interview, they bring a photographer along, right? So they are, they put you in these scenarios and they take X amount of pictures and then they pick one, right? So you're kind of at the will of the photo.
No, it's not a bad photograph.
No, I think it's great. Yes,
it's actually pretty powerful because you can't tell. It's like it's a very intense look, and you can't tell like where she's at. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
I would like to put the comma here. Can you see where my cursor is? Read it with the comma there.
Wolf of Upland.
Yeah, that's how I choose to read it. So yes, So this goes into all the background. It's a pretty interesting article actually. I read through this myself. I cheated, Cheese. So I read through it prior to the show.
I read it as well.
Click the link in the description and follow up on that. So yeah, it goes on all about it. How she got into Upland. It's kind of interesting story how she was pretty much headhunted by Dirk and Idan.
I'm still waiting for my breakfast though. But that's another story.
Yes,
we'll leave that one alone. We'll leave that one alone.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Here we go. When I heard Upland, I thought it was a Web3 gaming, but the recruiter pestered me until I met Dirk and Idan and heard their vision. Then the penny dropped. I realized Upland was an economic platform. It may have started as a game, and there are gamification elements, but the real value proposition is in the economy of Upland. Interesting.
Nice.
So yeah, goes on to talk about user-generated content and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it is quite a reasonably lengthy article. So I would advise to click that link in the description and go and check it out. So it's always nice to see, some of the people that are heavily involved in, pointing Upland where it's going to go, in the direction it's going to go. It's good to get an insight into who they are, what they're about. Yeah. Because it can kind of give you some perspective on where you yourself might be headed, dragged, however you
Dragged.
want.
It's a good
All
one.
right, that's all of the Uplandy stuff that I've got to cover this week. Unless there's anything you guys want to kick off on. Cheese, you got anything? Upland?
No.
I do. I have a little something, if you guys don't mind. So I was recently watching this. This was a post that had gone out yesterday, I believe. But one of our hackathon winners is Ladies Meta Soccer. You guys familiar with Ladies Meta Soccer?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
It's our friend Shacklin over there, along with Sunny Minded, whom I both of them amazing, and have had the opportunity to work with both Sunny and Shacklin. And they've got a giveaway coming up. It's on Twitter. You just got to comment. You do the like. Then there's a Belarus property, some FIFA's mementos. There's some essentials. That contest is ongoing. It's over there on Twitter. If you haven't gone and checked it out, please do, because that is a great group that actually presented and have worked on this, and now they're in the stages where they're getting ready. There we go. Check it out. There you have it.
They have the demo up. You could play the demo. I've won every single match.
Have you?
Yeah, so I'm a force. I have a tactic.
You have it. Well, there you go. It's good. It's fun. It's low barrier of entry. Look at that.
You suck, Ben.
That's good. Are you guys playing each other? You're not playing each other, are you? You guys
No,
are playing.
no,
okay.
I'm not Sweden.
I check out the ad space there. I'm sure that they would love to hear from you if you want to populate one of those ad spaces. Definitely reach out on the Upland Discord or in Twitter. Get yourself entered to win. And
they will
get over.
be a
Iron
lady
goal.
meta soccer in Bronxdale.
Oh, hey. All right. Very cool.
Right, yes. Now, have you been collecting your free Formula One NFTs from the McLaren Formula One team?
It's that butt time for me.
No, how do you do this? What are you talking about? What's going on?
I've been spreaking this for ages. So all you have to do is get yourself on over to collectibles.mclaren.com. You can sign up with your Google account, and it's very easy. Clickety-click. It automatically creates a Tezos wallet for you, and you can get them for free. I've got all of them so far. They look pretty good to me. This morning, I collected my Great Britain one. So we're at Silverstone this weekend. So, yes.
Tezos.
Is there any
on the
left?
Tezos blockchain? Yeah, it's they are available to mint for as long as the race weekend goes. So I believe it's only.
Put the link in the comment section here so I could check it out.
All right. So yes, make sure you get over there and get those because they're free. And if you collect a bunch of them, you can get into the entry for free prizes. They're gonna send you to a race meeting and all sorts of stuff. So yes.
Geez, you almost had me singing Tom Petty's Free Fall, and just I couldn't almost help myself. But
Free
falling.
No, that's not how you sing it. It's free balling.
Okay, hello.
That's how we used to sing it.
Yeah, well.
I'm free balling.
I can't free ball.
I don't know. You got some of the biggest balls I've ever seen.
Hey, hello.
I like that.
You
Thanks,
don't-
Ben. Aww.
You don't fuck around and find out. You just fucking get the knife out and stab a motherfucker.
It's good. It's that time of the show, folks.
I've been on the receiving end of a few myself, so as I'm sure Uplando has.
Oh, you can get stabbed. You don't watch your walk, you get stabbed.
A stab from cheese is like a souvenir of our
That's right.
friendship.
Yeah, you show those wounds. You're like, look at this. Look at this.
Yes. It's one of the reasons I love my in real life job is the brutal honesty of children. And yes, cheese definitely carries that over as well with our interactions. And it is muchly appreciated.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who the hell's got time for fluff? I certainly don't.
Exactly. Oh, I can sign in with my Google?
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Now,
that's the way you do it.
Try not to get too distracted here because this one is this next article is a doozy. I haven't read anything except the headline.
Capture.
Have I built up enough suspense?
Yeah, we're dying. I don't know what's going on here. What's reveal?
I'm not gonna Oh, hang on. Yeah, all right. An oral history of how David Bowie created the metaverse more than 20 years ago. How about
What?
Bowie
Wow.
in space. Wait, that was Flight of the Concord.
Oh yeah. You're
Bowie in
mixed.
space.
Oh my God.
Before Horizon Worlds, before Decentraland, and before even Second Life, there was Bowie World, David Bowie's quirky online universe.
Is it still up? I want to go.
I got no idea. No idea. I read the headline and I thought that's something that would be perfect for the Whine and Cheese Show.
Yeah.
So, yes, long before Mark Zuckerberg was staring at you creepily from a virtual Paris, and in a time when Fortnite wasn't even a formative thought, David Bowie was blazing a trail towards the future of the metaverse. BowieNet and Bowie World were an ahead of their time set of projects that saw what the internet could be long before the current push of making avatars part of our lives and integrating online fan clubs into a world of celebrity. While BowieNet, the internet service provider the musician helped launch, has disappeared. There you go, Cheese. As have most dial-up ISPs. Bowie World, the 3D virtual world where fans would gather to explore, talk with each other, and often unknowingly chat with Bowie. That's cool.
Wow.
Lives on. An online relic that has defied the march of time. That's cool.
Yeah.
So he would jump in every now and then. Oh, is that it? Oh, no, here we go.
Well,
Oh, it is. That's all it is. What?
Well, I'm sure you could
man.
find it if you go out to the YouTubes and type in the Bowie, experience. You can find it or whatever. Sure, somebody's probably Wayback Machine may have it.
Wayback Machine.
8-minute read. Maybe it's behind the paywall.
I'm time to squirrel you, Ben.
Yeah, you're right. Go for it. That was fizzled in the end. Yep.
I got my Great Britain collectible. And I actually have 2 of 23 of the Saudi Arabia.
Yes. Now there is a Tezos marketplace where you can buy the ones you're missing if you so choose. They are very, very cheap, but yeah, I'd say I'll try to remind you. I'll throw a shoe at you.
All right.
Every race weekend. But yes, they are free.
Free.
And yes. Oh, speaking of old mate Zuckerberg.
That used to be your friend. I'm just saying.
He was the cuck, then he was my best mate, and now he's Zuckerberg. We've been on quite the roller coaster.
Yeah.
So we know old mate was all on board with the metaverse, and then he kind of, what's that meme where the guy's turning around checking out the new one?
Yeah, the girl. Yeah.
He's got his eye on the AI. He's chasing that now. Well, it appears that he's a bit of a fickle old beast, this one. He's got his eye on something else now. Any ideas what that might be, Cheese? Has this been on your radar yet?
He's looking at something else other than AI.
He's chasing something else. Yeah.
I'm assuming that it was something that the Winklevoss brothers came up with, and now he's interested in it. Bum, 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 bum.
Shots fired again. It says Mark Zuckerberg, the Zuckerberg is replacing the metaverse with his Twitch.
Oh, yeah. I even put this on Twitter.
Did you? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The Fediverse. What the hell is the Fediverse? I haven't read anything but the
Fediverse. Now, here's the thing with Threads. I looked into it a bit, and it's a forever thing. You could close your account, but it's always on there, and it's connected to your Instagram. So if you ever want to cancel your Threads, you are also canceling your Instagram. So if you spend a lot of work on it, your Instagram and whatnot, I wouldn't try it. But if you're new to Instagram and you don't care, then give it a try, see what it's about, and let us know.
So would that mean it's kind of like Twitter where, we have all these people that put these tweets out and then they delete them. But if they were to delete it, they'd delete their account.
If they delete the individual text, like the
I think they could delete the individual text.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think this is just their attempt at being Twitter on Instagram. That's what they're trying to do, because he and Elon are in this, they're in this back and forth, verbal, hey, let's go and do a fight, like MMA cage match. Right there, it says that they backed out of the MMA cage fight. Okay.
He's
what a
he's a
surprise.
good fighter, Zuck.
Yeah,
He won championships.
I think that he would definitely
He would.
He would take him down. Yeah, this is harking back to, say, like when singer from Motley Crue, Vince Neil, challenged Axl Rose to a fight. Remember, that's kind of how it feels like. So they put it out there. So very interesting.
Well, the whole reason why this is happening is because Elon put a tweet limit.
Yeah.
And it's basically reading them as well. Like you can only do 600 a day or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I think that's only if you're like with a check. I think it's even less without a check.
You know, have you seen the latest Black Mirror episodes?
They have them
just
jumbled.
started.
They have them jumbled so everybody sees them differently.
Oh, well, there's one that kind of addresses some of the social media things. I won't let the cat out of the bag, but yeah, Ben, I'm sorry I didn't take us off into the wild yonder on that, but your thoughts on this, where he's headed with this? I mean, is it just that he's grasping for straws at something to hit, that he needs another fix to get his Facebook win? He needs another Facebook win to reinvigorate his his validity here.
I see that it's a great opportunity. Like when you see somebody injured and you see an opportunity, especially in the corporate world, you're like, oh, that's like a door knocking, he saw that opportunity and he's going to try to seize on it. So, I mean, it's definitely a good angle for him to get in on and like to kind of force Elon into thinking, hey, maybe I shouldn't mess with how many tweets people could read a day.
Yeah, it does. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say I Twitter every night. It's my wind down. Ask Uplando and
it's true. Yeah. Twitter time with cheese. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was X1 put some kind of tweet out through the week, and I replied to that where it's very easy to start new things. That's the sexy thing to do. It takes hard work to finish things off. It seems like they're just chasing all the latest stuff. They got plenty of money, so I'm sure he can put systems in place that those things can get wrapped up. But, first it was the metaverse, then it was the AI, and now it's this freaking Fediverse. Who knows?
Fediverse sounds like a rapper's name.
It sounds like
Fediverse.
Sounds like some bloody government thing.
Fediverse?
Oh, like the feds.
Come into the feds. We're gonna come into the Fediverse and we're gonna track you and freaking.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
It sounds shit. The name. He's always got the worst names for stuff.
Look at this vampire too. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I do also like the Lego hair that he has snapped on to his head. I do appreciate that.
Yes.
He wants to suck your internet information.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Exactly. Yeah, let me take your data. Yeah.
Yes. That's where he's headed now. Old mates in India, they're headed somewhere different. PNB, which I believe is the Punjab National Bank or something like that. Yeah, Punjab National Bank launches its virtual branch in the Metaverse. The bank's Metaverse branch will enable users to get exclusive access to its virtual environment from the comfort of their home or office through their mobile phones or laptops. I don't know what it's like in the States. Banks just aren't a thing here anymore. There's no such thing as going to the bank. I mean,
we
have
them bank drive-throughs. Yeah, we still have banks.
Yeah. I mean, they are here, but I can't tell you the last time I went into a bank.
It's rare. Like if I went to go get my edibles, like you have to, you need cash. You don't do credit card with that. So like there's certain instances that would require a bank visit nowadays, but like this is in India, right? So like
yes,
India and China are two of the biggest metaverse users.
Yep.
So like they're huge. So this makes sense. But I'm really dying to know where this is going to be. Do they have their own metaverse, or are they going to go into which metaverse?
Yeah, it says the bank's metaverse branch. And you and I have been talking for ages where probably the vast majority of metaverse daily active users are going to be from boring bureaucracy type stuff, like logistical type stuff. This is an example of that, I think.
Well, let's
So let's see
see.
what it says. State-owned Punjab National Bank, which is interesting, on Thursday launched a virtual branch PNB Metaverse. The virtual branch of the bank will deliver a unique experience of banking to existing and new customers who can now explore the bank's products and services such as bank deposits, retail, MSME loans, digital products, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. PNB has developed the bank's Metaverse branch. Yep, so it seems like they got their own one where its customers will get exclusive access to its virtual environment. I mean, for something like a bank, that makes sense with the security aspect. They'd have to kind of do their own thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop them from putting like links and outposts in other metaverses. Ha ha ha.
Dev shops, yes, absolutely.
Dev
Yeah.
shops.
I mean, go ahead, Ben.
No, you're right. Finish your thought.
I was going to say, if you're trying to get people interested in, one of the things when you deal with accounting and things of this nature that some people feel, not that it is, but the feel has a more boring element to it or is laborious to it, why not gamify the experience? And if you save so much, get an NFT, right? Like get involved with your demographic or the demographic you're going after and make the learning kind of a fun thing so you understand banking more, you get a little bit more acclimated to it. I think it's cool.
Yep, that's exactly the angle we've been speaking for a long time. It's going to be like this kind of boring day-to-day stuff. So the bank's going to offer an immersive 3D experience. I mean, all of the banking I do now is online banking. If I have to do any sort of stuff, it's you ring up and you do a call center. You interact with like call center bots, if you want this, press 2 and you go to this kind of thing. That's all going to be transformed by AI systems. I think that coupled with, metaverse experiences and, like you say, rewards and this, that, and the other, it's all where all of this kind of stuff is headed.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't go down the path of the Fifth Element when you do something wrong and the guns come out. Please step behind the white line.
Yes.
That would be. Go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, sorry. Well, I was just going to say that it speaks to the whole Chinese thing with the credit scores. And sorry, you can't get on this airplane because you have your bad social credit score. And
yeah. Could you scroll back up to the picture? I do want to point something out. I love this picture, by the way. I always love the little side things that's going on in the pictures. Did you see the man that's up at the top right staring out the window? I love that part.
No, I did not see that. That is freaking hilarious.
This goes back to C. Prada, where she had taken an amazing picture across the bridge, and then right next to her was a guy with his head in his hands. It was great because she had posed for it. It was a great picture. But I always love these little Easter egg people that are in the photos there.
Yeah, I usually do that myself too. If somebody posts a picture, you zoom into all the background stuff. But yeah, that's hilarious. Old mate up in the corner. Get off my lawn. Yes.
You may find some Easter egg cheeses in Cheese's upcoming expansion in Uplandia. You might find some Bronxdale ready, awesome, unique images that she is prepping for the Uplandia expansion in her area. And you could find some Easter egg cheeses in there. Just keep your eye out. Just saying.
Easter egg other stuff.
And other stuff. That's right.
Nice. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, it says with this technology, we're looking forward to increasing the customer engagement rate, improving customer acquisition process, and providing hyper-personalized customer experience. He added. Yeah, that's where it's all headed, I think.
All right.
Cool to see. All right, next up, we're burning through these today. That's good. Now, I should have set this up a bit better. Let me bounce out of there. Now, last week we said Nintendo, the Metaverse, it's a difficult. We don't give a fuck. I love it. That whole thing. So, yes, Nintendo has famously kind of low-key poo-pooed the idea of Metaverse. It's not something that they're interested in pursuing at this stage, even though, as I've gone on and on about ad nauseum, everything they've got is primed for it. It would be a perfect crossover. So Nintendo's poo-pooed the idea, and guess who's jumped on board? Sega. They are also saying no. I don't know. What's your best Alex the Kid impression?
Who's Sega again? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
No, I used to play it. Of course. No, I used to play it, but like, where have they been? What have they done for me lately?
Oh, they got pretty big recently with
Sega
all the Sonic
Genesis?
movies and that. Yeah.
Really? I
Back in
mean,
there.
I never
Oh, I
watched
was
it
always
more.
Sega. I
Yeah,
was
no,
not
that's the
Nintendo
point.
back in the day.
Before, back in the days, like,
Yeah.
who cares what they're doing right now? Like, what have they done that we need to be a part of their metaverse?
Oh, come on, you're shitting on this article. I thought I set this up perfectly.
Well, I
Go down the
mean,
path because I've got thoughts on it.
he
All
got
right, so
thoughts
it
and
says-
prayers. Sorry, go ahead.
You like zombies? Maybe it's the revival of the Sega Zombie Project.
Yeah, but you revive before you start, like, oh yeah, I'm not doing
Shitting
that
on
either.
Yeah, exactly. So Sega's co-COO yawns at Play to Earn Games.
I love that I love that his title is Cuckoo.
Cuckoo, yeah, the co-COO.
Cuckoo. Yeah, he is cuckoo.
Yeah.
Yes. Sega's co-chief operating officer has called Play to Earn Games boring amid the company's retreat from franchising some of its most popular properties into the blockchain gaming space. Most popular
Because they
properties.
couldn't do it, probably.
Probably. Bloomberg reported on July 6th that Shuji Utsumi, the cuckoo of the gaming company behind Sonic the Hedgehog, said that Sega would shelve plans to develop a blockchain game for the time being. Yes. They're going to wait till we're in a bull market and then FOMO into it like the rest of everybody.
What I don't understand is, are they still around? Like, okay, sure, they made movies. You can't play a movie. You could play a movie, but you can't video game play a movie. Like, what games? Like,
oh, the kids I interact with, 3 to 5 year olds all day, and the boys are just mad about Sonic. It's all about Sonic.
All right, what is the Sega Genesis console that's out then?
Well, that's a very good point. I could not tell you. Yeah,
I don't know that they have a console out.
I don't think they do.
Yeah.
No,
That's the funny thing. It's like
they just make games now. They just have licensing, I think, for their titles. But I wanted to roll back into this where the, what do you say, play to earn games are boring, which is funny because I'm sure every time he talks, nobody's thinking, God, this guy's boring. So if anybody's an expert on boring, I'm sure he's got a front row seat, and everybody that knows and hears him talk is bored with his speaking. So what I would say to this is it's not fun and it doesn't make any sense because they're the ones that are not earning in that, right? So they want to earn. Look, this is the thing. Big reveal here if you didn't know. When you're playing a 60-hour game or a 60-hour plus game, be it a Borderlands, be it Diablo 4, here's the thing. When you actually go do the thing and you are, quote, rewarded, end quote, you're rewarding the developer. You're unlocking what the developer has developed and put in there. You get a token in the form of a sword, some kind of wearable, or some other thing. Yes, you have that, but you're still rewarding that developer, that franchise, those property IP owners. So that's what they want to keep you to do. So they're fudding and saying, oh, play to earn for you is boring. You don't want to earn anything. That's boring for you. Keep letting us earn off of your time because that's what we like to do. And so that's what I took away from this. And that's just their narrative. So again, now I'm going to have Sega come after me, but I would much rather see an interactive part of that when you make it so that the barrier of entry is very low and, kids can go over, adults, whoever, playing Sega stuff, and you could easily set up a wallet. And as you run across, just like Sonic runs across and picks up these coins, if they're picking up NFTs and they could do something with them, that would be fun. Okay.
Yep.
Spend your NFTs on stuff that you can upgrade, better Sonic shoes, whatever it is. But I digress. Cuckoo.
Cool. Well, Cheese, that was a very poignant point. And while you were taking that away, I pulled up this. So it says here, after a long silence, Sega now plans on returning with something super by 2026.
Super Genesis.
Yeah.
Yes. Sega has been silent for a while now. It has seen some of its major titles get a lot of love and recognition on other platforms, but it is not making any significant move to expand its titles or make any drastic releases. But with only a few games released like Sonic Frontiers, it looks like Sega is holding back something.
And I'm going to say something. I I
Yep.
had the Game Gear, right?
Mm.
And the Game Gear, in my opinion, was the best handheld device ever. I had this when I was in my 20s. So it was decades ago. And it was color. It was long. So you, instead of tall, which is very awkward, it was long. The disc you put in, it was very strong. I must have played Sonic the Hedgehog on there for hours every day, right? That was my go-to. And then they just stopped making games for it. Like, I would love if they made a console like that again, like a small handheld thing.
Yeah, well, it's kind of ahead of its time, wasn't it? Because now
It
it's all
really
about the
was.
Nintendo Switch. But yeah, it says here, and this was to your point, Cheese, the fact that Sega's last console, Dreamcast, was discontinued 21 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But they've been raking in plenty of money, so interesting.
I'd love to see them do a comeback, even though they're really ignorant and being stupid on play to earn. I think I would still, because I'm a gamer at heart, I would still, be excited about it.
Yeah, so it says the Sonic team developed Sega Sonic Frontiers, but why isn't the console genius releasing any more big games? Blah, 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 blah. They are not wasting their opportunity, but are instead on working on something super. It's going to be one of those things. According to Sega CEO Haruki Satomi, one strategy for generating such hit titles is the creation of a super game. So they're only talking about games. They're not talking about a new console.
Yeah, it's just games. I think that it's super synonymous with boring. So let's move on from this boring conversation.
Uplando got triggered.
Yeah, I did. I was having fun.
Yes, and it's going to crash, mate.
Oh, they had a bond with Nintendo. Maybe they're going to do a collab.
Maybe. Or they did do one, I believe. A few different things.
Meh.
Now, on the flip side, however, speaking of Alex the Kid and old Sega, SocialFi and Play to Earn crypto presale Alex the Doge.
What?
Makes waves with Shiba Inu community.
That looks like fun. I want to play already just by looking at that little thing. Let's find out more. This looks so cool.
Yes, this does not look boring. Continue.
Just give people the heads up. What is Alex the Doge to play on? We may have a few younger listeners and watchers here that weren't even on board with that back in the day. I would hate to think how many hours I invested into that.
I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Alex the Kid was the Mario of the Sega system before Sonic. That was the big game. That was the game that you got for free when you bought the console. Was Alex the Kid.
Super.
Yeah, it was kind of like a shitty Mario version. Come on, I'm reminiscing.
And reminiscing. I can hardly wait.
Cryptocurrency universe has witnessed another groundbreaking event as Alex the Doge. That's where that play on, and it's the ticker is Alex. A new cryptocurrency that incorporates social finance and play-to-earn gaming dynamics announced its pre-sale. The announcement has not just been turning heads in the broader crypto community, but it has also started making waves among Shiba Inu enthusiasts, of which Cheese is one.
Yeah.
All right, somebody take away that next paragraph.
Where?
SoFi.
Highlight it.
SoFi.
Social finance, also known as SocialFi, is the integration of social networks with decentralized finance, DeFi. It leverages the social aspect of investments and peer interaction, aimed at creating a more engaging financial system. When combined with the play-to-earn gaming model, it creates a unique and dynamic proposition for users, enabling them to earn income while playing games and interacting within a community.
Oh, it appears there's a war brewing. There's a war brewing. I was naughty and I read ahead.
Oh, you were ignoring me.
No, I was listening and reading it.
I'm just kidding.
Alex the Doge shaking the SHIB community. So the recent announcement of Alex the Doge presale has garnered substantial attention within the Shiba Inu community, with many noting the similarities and potential synergies between Shiba Inu and the Alex the Doge. Both tokens are meme-inspired, carry a dog-based brand, and have a strong focus on community engagement.
What?
Why are they getting their nose out of joint? I mean, Shiba Inu is just the freaking. That's a copy of other stuff as well. So what are they on about?
You actually read that stuff? I just play the games.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alex the
see,
Doge.
I'm
What?
there and
What'd you
I'm signing up. Not only does it take Doge and Shiba, it takes BTC, Solana, Polygon.
Yeah, it's built on Polygon.
Yeah, it's so cool. And ETH.
Interesting. Well, anything that pumps my Polygon Matic bags, I'm all for that. So, the Alex the Doge pre-sale presents a unique opportunity for SHIB holders and the broader crypto community to gain early access. Blah blah blah. Pre-sale often offer tokens at a discount price. Yeah, my days of buying pre-sales are long gone. Meme coins. I mean, wow. Yeah.
Look, this is the thing. This is the whole thing. Everybody, utility. I want this, I want that. So that's what a lot of this is. And I think it's great if you can have a platform now where you got your tokens, you create volume and you're using them and doing all these things. I'm all for this. I want to see that be the Ready Player Me, the thing. I mean, that's what we're all kind of wanting. And as they continue to evolve these, I'm on board with this. Let's watch this kind of go and make a go of it and watch as people pour money into this and see what happens. I'm good.
And if you put in that code when you go to the site, Alex_presale_stage1, you get 15% off on your purchase.
I went on the website and now it's doing some weird thing. All right, I'm going to bounce out of there because it's going to crash my laptop.
Fair enough.
Bye-bye, Alex the Doge. But yes, no, that does look interesting. Now, speaking with that whole angle, Sega, Alex the Doge, Japan, and Animoca is a big name in the space. Animoca Japan has partnered with Weebox, a brand new brand for anime and manga collectibles.
Wow, that's smart. That's smart.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of fans out there. I personally don't like anime and manga. You say manga, I think of food because that's like Italian for kitchen, right?
Yes. Or your dog's got manger.
Manga.
I had to put my dog down. It got a severe case of manger.
No.
But I did get an NFT.
Oh, app. Yes, I was there. Yes, so this is cool. I like the idea of this. An exciting development for anime and manga enthusiasts worldwide. A newly established digital collectible brand, Weebox, has unveiled its anime realm. San Fran, Tokyo. What?
Ooh.
Why are the names of all of these things so shithouse?
I don't mind. You don't like the San Fran Tokyo SFT? I don't know.
San Fran Tokyo. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just a bit really. San Fran Tokyo. The innovative venture is the brainchild of Animoca Brands Japan, a leading figure in the anime and manga industries. Weebox CEO Daisuke Iwase also serves as the current CEO of Animoca Japan, where he brings a wealth of experience developing NFTs and digital collectibles with a focus on popular anime, manga, K-pop, and J-pop. That's cool. If we can start getting those kind of audiences involved, those communities are cashed up and they're huge. They got a lot of disposable income, and I wouldn't mind some of that filtering my way. I don't know about you, but I would certainly take some of that.
It's definitely easy money.
Yes, the core team at Weebox also boasts NFT industry veteran Fabiano Soriani serving as the CTO. Soriani's resume includes being an early team member at Dapper Labs, wow, and the lead blockchain engineer behind the inception of the early NFT project CryptoKitties. Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Weebox's distinct edge is its affiliation with renowned anime studios, manga publishers, figurine manufacturers, and assortment of other intellectual property entities straight out of Japan. Now, this is huge. Remember, Cheese, we've talked about this ad nauseum. You know, you're going to go into the store, you're going to buy your little figurine or whatever. That's going to have a QR code on it. That's going to give you a digital twin or some kind of NFT, and vice versa. If you have this NFT, then you can take it into the store. It's going to get you a discount. We've been banging on about this for the whole history of this show. This is freaking massive.
Yeah, that is massive. And it's another form of authenticity.
Yes, absolutely. You're talking about what's the word they use for so you can track digital ownership? That's a
Provenance?
P word. Provenance. Yes, there you go.
They use that a lot in
of
porn stars. What's the
Yes.
provenance?
Yes,
Provenance.
it's massive. Like if you're one of these cashed up guys that buys all this anime and manga stuff and you keep it in the box and you've got your NFT provenance with it, this has the potential to be huge, especially if they have a relationship, and it appears that they do, directly with some of these companies that tend to be Japan is very conservative when it comes to their IPs, their intellectual property and that sort of thing. Like Nintendo is famous for suing the bejesus out of anybody that kind of even hints at using anything related to them. So yeah, this is freaking huge, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think
I agree.
I remember telling you that one of the big things I wanted was Korea for the K-pop. And remember that?
Yep.
I think we're on our way for that. I think I could see that being something really cool Upland offers in the future, and that would bring in so many new players, I have a feeling.
Well, it's ducks in a row, isn't it? Upland's tied to Animoca. Animoca's tied to all of this other sort of things. Upland is a metaverse tied to the real world. Tokyo is about to be, soon to be released. I don't know. It all fudsters can fud, but I read shit like this and I get excited.
Yeah. Because I kind of feel like Upland is going to be, it's going to be that place where you don't have to do one particular thing.
Yep.
You don't, I don't really want to own any land, but I would love to have the collectibles, or, I don't want to do Spark, but I'm more interested in the STEM aspect of it. Like, you're going to find people, something for everybody. And I personally love the way it's evolving.
Yes, and it's set up perfectly. As much as I hate the name San Francisco, San Francisco is the Genesis city in Upland. Tokyo is on the way. It's kind of, I don't know. It seems sexy to me. In an authentic homage to the subcultures they aim to serve, the WeBox team has just designed a long-term roadmap. That's good. Central to their vision is San Fran, Tokyo, a fictional cityscape conceived as the vibrant nexus where their storyline, brand identities, and intellectual properties will be vividly realized. San Fran, Tokyo, a fictional cityscape. That smells like a metaverse to me. Let's dive in. The WeBox team
like
shares...
San Francisco's the Genesis city in Upland, and then they're coming out with Tokyo.
I literally just said that.
Conspiracies and
you did to me what I always do to you. Yes, that would be a spanner in the works if they were to do. Here's our metaverse, San Fran Tokyo metaverse. That would be a spanner in the works.
That would be amazing. And it's only in San Francisco.
No, I'm saying that would not be amazing. That would be horrible because they're not going to do Upland. They're going to do their own thing.
But
I'm just speculating. There's pure speculation, of course. And hopefully that doesn't get the bus. But yes. San Fran Tokyo represents a vibrant fusion where the inventive dynamism of Silicon Valley intersects with the fascinating allure emanating directly from Japan. The team envisions San Fran Tokyo as a fertile ground for nurturing subcultures and fostering communities. They aim to create a city where stories unfold, creators and artists can thrive, and their brand culture resonates deeply enough to become ingrained in people's identities. That smells like a whole separate thing to me.
Smells like Teen Spirit to me.
All right. Genesis passes to San Fran Tokyo will aim to mint in August of 2023. The mint will be free and provide early benefits. Those interested can apply here. Make sure you click that and apply for that. The emergence of WeBox brings blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we got excited there, but maybe we'll have to wait and see on that one. But anything that brings new users into the space, especially subculture users, it all bleeds out. What do they say? A rising tide lifts all turds in the ocean or something? Something like that.
Wow. Yeah, we
Lifts
can
all
say
the
that.
turds up. Yes. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. I'm excited.
Lift all the turds.
I'll remain positive.
Yeah, I think this is positive, definitely.
So we've been positive. Let's get negative.
Negative.
Oh my God, Logan Paul.
We're gonna get negative.
I love it.
I actually watched this guy's freaking Facebook show.
Oh, come on.
When there's nothing else to watch.
Oh, sorry.
He had Mike Tyson on, and he had a pigeon. And I didn't know this about Mike Tyson, but he loves pigeons. And
That's right.
Oh, yeah, that was a huge thing back in his day. Yes. Yes, Logan Paul, utter nightmare, inside superstar Logan Paul's cryptocurrency controversies. He's one of the biggest influencers on the planet, and he's managed to be engulfed in by not one but two major controversies in just 2 years. So I don't know. Have you seen all this? I think we covered his NFT project.
Yeah,
back in the day, way back, Cheese. That whole thing.
Cheese, do you know this? Do you know the story here?
No, I don't.
You want to give it a heads up?
Yeah, so prior to this one, prior to Crypto Zoo, it was something else that he did. And he was pumping it. It was some weirdo thing that he did that he said he wasn't a part of, and then he was totally a part of it. And he was trying to cash in on Gary V's thing where it's just like follow me and buy my NFTs. And so he wanted to do that. And he did this Crypto Zoo thing, and everybody bought into it, and it never delivered. CoffeeZilla went on, did an entire expose, drilled down into this. CoffeeZilla has actually followed up on this, where Logan Paul with his drink that he has is saying, I'm making multi-millions of dollars, why people are still holding the bag at his failed Crypto Zoo project. And he always says, he always has an excuse for it, and he always punches back. And he's one of those people that what he does is to shut you up or to shut you down. He just comes out fighting, and it's always unwarranted. Warranted, or his approach is always just, I'm gonna yap and say these things, and I just wanna. You should just forgive me of my trespasses. The thing of it is, this guy continues to act in a behavior less than becoming of a respectful person. The things that he has done in terms of being disrespectful to other cultures, to the community at large in crypto, I just don't understand why people still support him for this. And it's just one of those things where, here I am coming down on the side of one side or the other, but I think it's appalling. Get it? Appalling to what he's doing. And, I think that, yeah.
And one of the things he said when he was flapping his mouth is he was going to make it right and pay everyone back.
That's right.
Who got invested, and he hasn't done a damn thing. So, he's grease personified.
Yeah, it's a grifter. He's a grifter. And if you really look back into it, all the sins, some forgivable, not really. I'm not down with what he's doing. Dink Doink. That was it. Dink Doink.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Cheese?
Yeah.
Read that. 2 years ago, the world introduced to Dink Doink, a cryptocurrency that currently boasts a market capitalization of exactly zero. Not long after Dink Doink appeared and a very enthusiastic Logan Paul began promoting it, investors placed William White wrote a scathing critique of the worthless, quite literally, cryptocurrency. Dink Doink, he wrote, is good for absolutely nothing. But he says that it's capitalization of exactly zero.
It was just one of those back in the day pump and dumps where a social media influencer pumped it all up to hell. Everybody FOMO'd in and just got absolutely wrecked.
Specifically him. Specifically, Paul. Paul was the one who said he didn't have anything to do with it, and he was the one who it seemed that came up with the whole damn thing. You know, he was behind it all. And the same thing happened with the Crypto Zoo. You know, they were buying all these things. They were getting other people to buy in on it to do this pump, and part of the team dumped on the Crypto Zoo when it came to being able to do so. It's just this guy it is one thing after the other. No lessons learned, and blaming it on all the developers and everybody else. If you're the top of the food chain, if you're the one giving the orders, you're the one who's responsible. Even if you delegate it off, you should have delegated responsibly.
What is Crypto Zoo about? Sorry.
It's basically go ahead.
Yeah, it was an NFT project. It was like one of these blending ones where you could get an egg and you hatch it, and then if you get this, you can compare it with this to get other things. And it was going to be, they're going to have babies, and
scroll down a bit. I want to see.
Well, before we go on, I just want to cover this bit. It says Dink Doink's value rocketed by 40,000%, which is the pump. Soon after that, astronomical rise, Dink nosedived in value, which is the dump. Now, I did go over to CoinMarketCap and searched. I wonder what Dink Donk's like over there. And there was,
You're a dink donk.
There is
doink, doink.
You're a doink dink.
Sucks that this is reloading. Now, there's an interesting tidbit of information here, which goes towards people. If you're getting involved in these meme coins, it's not financial advice, but Christ almighty, do your own research, please. You cannot just FOMO into these things. You're going to wreck yourself.
I don't disagree, but Ben, the part of this is just so difficult is that when you have an influencer, literally the definition of that is those people influencing it. We saw it with FTX, people coming out and saying, oh, it's very easy, Larry David. It's so easy. I'll do a commercial. Da-da-da-da. And people think, oh, it's safe for them. It's got to be safe for me. I follow them. And then what happens? Rug pull. And who's holding the bag? The people, not the people who promoted this. So yeah, I'm a little passionate about this, and I don't like. Me no like.
It's always it's the mum and pop kind of investors, if you want to call them that. They're the ones that get wrecked. Oh, it's not going to load. What a shit. There was something in here where Dink Doink was associated with some Australian. There was some association with an Australian developer with some other coin, and their ticker was arse. So,
what?
It's not going to load. What a piece of shit. Yeah, I'm missing the point here. But yeah, there was. If you click on, if you go to CoinMarketCap, maybe Cheese, you can try it. Can you go to CoinMarketCap and search Dink Doink? See if it'll load.
Both Dink Doink and the Crypto Zoo. I don't know what the coin was for that, but there was a pre-coin and a coin. Yeah,
it's finally come up. Sorry,
you got it.
All right, yeah. So it says here. Dink Doink is a community meme token forked from Australian Safe Shepherd. That was it. And their ticker is arse.
Wow.
So if you're investing in a project that has been forked from a project with a ticker that has arse, you kind of
deserve what you get.
Deserve to be wrecked, yeah.
Yeah.
Dink Doink is blurring the lines between entertainment and crypto. The token was fair launched and very trade contributes towards automatically generating liquid, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I mean, come on. Yes, don't get yourself into these sort of things. If there is some kind of influencer promoting something, for me, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
That's a red flag. You're too late by the time it's got to that stage. So that's my own personal kind of advice to myself. So, yes. Sorry, I'll get back to that article, Cheese. You wanted to dive into that, eh? But yeah, I do recommend Uplando's mentioned CoffeeZilla there. The thing that he did on that was fantastic. He
was great.
Dove right into that. I haven't actually watched that follow up. I did see that pop up. I'll have to check up on that. So.
Yeah, the whole thing about Logan Paul was, bro, why did you come and contact me directly? Why did you come talk to me directly? Why did you go to my business manager? And so, CoffeeZilla, said, okay, all right, I'll do that. So he's been following up with him since he posted that, expose. And of course, nothing comes back from Logan Paul. He does it directly. Hey, I'm doing exactly what you asked me to do. Of course, that's all diversionary tactics for him. And then the spoiler is that the lawyer contacts this lawyer who's defended a bunch of these types, gets back and says, at the time we are evaluating blah, 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 blah. So
gobbledygook.
Yep.
Yes. Here you go, Chase. you can take that away. You wanted to know about it? Take that paragraph.
All right.
To date.
To date, it's important to know that the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, FTC, hasn't referred the influencer to the U.S. Department of Justice for criminal action. Soon after Dink's death, the project. Oh my God, the way they wrote that. Paul shifted his focus to CryptoZoo, a crypto-themed pay-to-earn game. CryptoZoo enables users to breed, collect, and trade exotic animal hybrids on the blockchain. According to Coinbase, in the ecosystem of CryptoZoo, each animal is an NFT.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's in the WWE or something.
No, his brother is. Oh, wait.
No, he is.
He is as well?
No, his brother's a boxer.
Brother's a boxer. That's right.
So, yeah, for the uninitiated, it's blockchain, blah, blah, blah. CryptoZoo has turned out to be an utter nightmare. The game has seen thousands of people lose inordinate sums of money. And then it mentions the CoffeeZilla stuff. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. Maybe it's
6 months. 6 months since he's supposed to resolve this. So, just remember, everybody, while you're sitting there with your empty wallets, Logan Paul is walking on the sand with your money.
Yeah. Yes. And one man said he lost $335,000 US in the CryptoZoo thing. Yep. Wow.
Yeah,
that's According to the victims, he said there have been zero payments, even though he did promise that he was going to pay it all back. There's no excuse for this. Logan made a public statement about this, took credit for it, and has ghosted the victims. What did we say at the start of the show? Ghosting is for little bitches. Ghosting is
for bitches.
Yep. Although he would kill me. Like he could literally kill me. So I've got to be careful what I say. Yes. Yeah, there's been zero payments. So how much would he have to pay just to make the NFTs right? You're looking at 3.6 million. That was spent on the launch day. I believe it says here Logan Paul is currently worth, here we go. He's worth 245 million. So he could pay this out and make it right. He wouldn't even notice it. Yeah. He wouldn't even freaking notice it. He's just been a prick.
Yep.
He's just been a prick. I guess if you pay it out, then that kind of seals the fact that, yes, you were scamming people. I guess that seals the fact that it was a scam or something. So maybe
or just have the the nature that would say or just finish the game.
Yeah.
Or actually do what you just set out to deliver. You could spend that money. Look, famously, Ballmer from Microsoft from the 360 were the red ring of death, right? They had an option. They could either just say, as Apple loves to do, you're holding it wrong. It's all your fault. Users, they love to blame their users. It's all your fault. Or what you could do is say, we're going to make this right, which Ballmer did, right? They fixed it, and the Xbox is now a great platform, and everybody says, yay, good on you for doing that. Why not do that? What is it? Is it the narcissism? Is it the ego is so much? Is it that much that you can't once mention that maybe something didn't go right, but you don't have any humility whatsoever?
I think you're right.
Jeez.
Yes. Yeah, so he could make it right two ways. He could pay everybody back the 3 million or whatever, and he wouldn't even notice it. He could probably, like it says here, he owes the chief engineer of the project more than $1 million in fees for his work. So, yeah, I don't know. To properly launch the game might cost another 3 million. Who knows? So there's ways out of it for him. The absolute worst thing you could do is just ghost people and drag it out in the court system. That's you just. What kind of name you're setting yourself up for? But then you've got, I know the local primary school kids here, there was a thing where emails were going out to parents, please don't let your kids bring Prime energy drink to school. It's become the whole thing here. So even little kids are FOMO into him. Oh, you got to drink Prime. It's the latest thing. So his reach is massive. His influence is huge. He's making just buttloads of money. And he's just a greasy turd ball, basically. So he's one of those people, like somebody all three of us know all too well, who would throw you under the bus to make $1.
Yeah.
He'd sell his grandma to make $1. He's just a scumbag.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Yeah.
Would I be an asshole if I still watch this show every so often?
I bet you'd watch this if you want to go back to the sort of person you deal with.
No,
Check
yeah, I
that out.
remember that. I remember that. I
Yes.
actually, he got, that was, wow, 2018.
Yeah,
And
so if you're
he
listening on
was
Spotify,
making like
yep,
that really
Upland, what'd you-
bad jokes about the body they discovered hanging from a tree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And, you know, walk in the other person's shoes. If that was them, you know, they would be in an uproar. It would be heresy to say something, you know, in that regard to somebody in their family that had that happen to them. But the other subtext to all this is that prior to that, they were going around to shops that were niche shops and buying these collector Nintendo types of things. I think they were dressed up and disregarding any respect of the culture or anything, and then smashing the games, you know, something very rare, and smashing it on the ground or doing something. Again, it's all for that. It's that somehow people find that entertaining, that the misery loves company, and company is everywhere, and misery is, it's just a thing.
And it's fun. It's funny because I was thinking about it. Like, although it's true that most people deserve a second chance, how many chances does he deserve? Like, I thought he turned over a new leaf after that, and it kind of changed him. And this, and that, and he looked more calm. I had no idea about the Dink Doink or the Crypto Zoo. I really like saying Dink Doink.
Well, I don't think it's over. Morecheese, I don't think this is over. He is not yet done all the grifting and all the, like, I do not suspect that he will have yet not another one of these things come up, and it will be the retread of this tire over and over and over and over. In my opinion, just my opinion.
No,
yes, absolutely.
Makes sense.
All right, we're not off the roller coaster going down just yet. I don't know if you two are aware, but Play to Earn Gaming, it's dead.
Oh,
it died. R.I.P.
Dink Doink. That's just Dink Doink.
I'm making Matic, Ben. I'm still making Matic off of my veggie thing.
Yeah, well, it's not me. I pulled out more than my in real life wage last week on a Play to Earn game. So this is not related to me, but it says here, this is blockworks.co, the death of Play to Earn Gaming. Play to Earn Gaming forms a high barrier to entry by default and severely hinders the game's ability to grow. Is there truth to that?
No. How so? I feel like Play to Earn Gaming puts developers more at a reason. It gives them more of a reason to develop and grow. And like a good example of that is Avalon, and is the level 2 games coming to Upland. Like, I do get it. There are really boring Play to Earn games, and you know, at the same time, you log into something and then you just press a few buttons and then you're done for the next day. But there are advances and adaptation and evolution, like take Uplandia, take Avalon the Druids. Like, these games are taking it to the next level, you know, where you can actually play, and they're only going to start getting better than that.
Yeah, this is the thing. This is how this breaks down. In my opinion, the first ever way that you play to earn were coin-op types of games in an arcade. And what I mean by that is you put the quarter in, you do well enough to have your initials put in the top 10. That was what you earned. You actually went in and you did well enough to have 3 letters that were put on top, and you earned a place in the top 10. So the irony of all this is that they don't see that, or they're just trying to push that narrative because, again, if you pay the players, then that's missed streams of revenue that you could be paying them. So I think it's all them, or at least people that would benefit from it, to not have play to earn, because that's the thing. And what I think they're missing is that if you're good enough and you have a good enough product, players that are playing to earn, there is a percentage that will reinvest that back into the game that they're playing. So I think they're missing that return stream of revenue that they don't think is there, but we'll see.
Yes. Now, Yeah, it is true that if you're doing play to earn games, if you come into that with money, you're going to be better situated to earn. But that's life.
Yeah.
It's, Now I'm going to put a friend on blast here because it speaks to how stupid that argument is.
Uh-oh.
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 Not on blast in a bad way, on a good way. So this
Okay.
is our old mate Green Turtle. Now, Green Turtle has been around since March 11th, 2020. So he got into the game not long after me. So he's been around for a long time. Now, famously, I believe he put $5 into the game, and that was all. And, of course, he extracted that and more so pretty quickly. I'm probably sure he would be kicking himself a little bit that he put that $5 in, because then it takes away the whole fact that he's a fully free to play gamer. But it's $5. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
He is on the precipice of becoming a chief executive worth 100 million UPEX net worth.
Wow.
That is almost the equivalent of 100,000 US dollars from free to play. He's somebody who came into the game and has just got involved in absolutely everything, grinding away, taking full advantage of all the opportunities, the early Manhattan releases, and even so far as Green Turtle has properties in Midtown Terrace. As part of all of the people that I reached out to with that whole thing we just did in Midtown Terrace, do you want to come over as a temporary resident? Green Turtle is one of the driving forces behind the Manhattan crew that are boosting the neighborhood scores. Like we talked about this at the start of the show. They're just, they're just steamrolling through that whole process. And he took on board what I said, and he jumped over to Midtown Terrace for the, whatever it was, the week-long event, even though he is one of the driving forces of the Hell's Kitchen push, and Midtown Terrace did go over Hell's Kitchen. He saw there's an opportunity there. And, he's going to get a Samurai Surfer statue that's worth 200,000 UPX retail price. He's going to get one of those.
Nice.
So, it's people like this that you got to look forward to for inspiration, You can get a lot out of it if you put the work and the time in. That's kind of my point.
And can I also point out that not only does the player Green Turtle have this net worth and the number of properties, but look at the yield per month. Yep. 729,000 UPEX without any boost from collections. It's probably more like 900 to 1 million UPEX per month that can be turned around for assets in the game. So that's incredible. That is just absolutely incredible.
I think it'd be more than that.
Let's do a dig.
Look how steady his net worth is.
Yeah.
It's not massive at peaks here. It's just a grind. If you want to be a free to play to earn gamer, that's what it's about.
I feel like this is how that's a linear version of how I'd like my life to be. You just keeps going steadily up. That's how life should be right there. Thank you, Green Turtle, for giving us a visual representation of how things should be in life.
In comparison, let's go over to, I think this will be mine if it's going to load. So I'm not a free-to-play gamer. I did put in a significant amount. Oh, no, mine's 1.1. Yeah, so for comparison, my yield per month without boost is 1.1, but I'm actually getting 1.8. And I know Green Turtle, he has a lot more collections than I do.
Woof.
Yeah, and then you look at my chart in comparison with spits and spurts.
Sure.
So yeah, that's a comparison between a pay to play, gamer versus a free to play gamer, or both playing the same game, both having played for a similar length of time, and he's not that far behind me. So it can be done, people. Cheese?
It can be done.
What do you think? And you're another one too, Cheese. Your net worth is what, 54 million, something like that? You haven't put 50 grand into the game.
No. At most, I put maybe 8,000.
Yep.
Cool.
What about yourself, Uplando?
I'm trying to think of what I put into the game. I early on had a lot of help with the referral system, so. I feel like that was my biggest bonus. for what I've done. So I have definitely put money into it, but I haven't recently. I'm working off of that, which is the returns. So,
Yes.
and
yeah. Yeah, I'm the same. I think my net worth, I forget what it was just then. I think it's over 150 million. I haven't put that money in. I've put in some crypto here and there, but that's mostly on the back of just like a green turtle, just playing the game for a length of time and making use of opportunities. And not being married to properties. Yes, Cheese.
The the X NFT, their building is done.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So that's exciting.
And that is a prime example of a new play to earn opportunity that's on the way. So yeah, I mean, these fudsters that sit back and say, "Oh, it's all a big scam. Upland's just milking us for money." Well, if you let them, yeah, that could be true. It's just the way you go about your actions define that more than anything else.
There was a comment that was made in the Discord and Upland General recently that stated, when I got into the game a year ago, this area was the same, it went up and down. And if I'd have just entered the game right now, I could buy it for what I entered it, a year ago. The up and down has already come. And they said like it's below floor and all this stuff. And I got, wait a minute now. What about this neighborhood, this neighborhood, this neighborhood? And they were like, oh, well, yeah, but those are nodes. Those are specific. They go, my point exactly, because this is a player or players that have gotten together to do community to create the value in the areas that they're in. They're not just sitting back going, hey, give me my value, give me my value, give me my value, give me my value. It's gimme, 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 gimme. I don't want to do nothing, but I want all in return. And I'm going to shit on everybody and everything else while it's, what are you doing? This is the mentality that is always befuddling to me. It's easy to do nothing. It's hard to do something and make it work. So,
yeah, absolutely. Don't be a dink doink. It's not Cheetos and underpants to earn. It's play to earn. You actually have to
be a
do
dink
something.
doink.
Yeah, don't be a dink doink.
Don't be a dink doink.
How do we make that a thing?
All right. We got wildly off tangent. Well, not on tangent. It was on tangent. We kind of just took the heading and run with it. But why? I wonder why. Why do they think the death of play-to-earn gaming? So the rise of Web3 industry has been highlighted by many connected trends, but none arguably as important for the global adoption of the industry as the emergence of blockchain-powered games. Initially a movement dominated by play-to-earn or GameFi, the gaming revolution has found itself at a turning point. The GameFi era is coming to an end. People, we're in a full-on bear market.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. Go ahead, Cheese.
Oh, I could go.
The thing about it has been is if you look at this from the gaming as a whole, right? You have arcades that came in. Arcades were the cat's meow. It was in every mall, every place you go to. There was literally a giant, open warehouse where you could go and play these stand-up arcade games. And the symphony of happiness was listening to dollar bills go into the change machine, ching, and then you would see $5 turn into coins. And that's that whole process. Then came the home gaming with the Atari, and this cycle has gone on. And now those arcades are nostalgic, right? You have a whole different revenue stream with those. It's the same thing here. They're very quick to point out that it's dead when you're going to have these peaks and valleys. So it's just, without this, they would have nothing to put on their website to have people come to do it. So you're very welcome for us creating content for you. We'll see how well that you continue in what you're doing. If you're just a sounding board, if you're just a mouth putting words on a screen, when it's your time, we'll see, right?
Shots fired. I like it. I zoomed in then to see what this chart was. I believe it's the Axie chart, but most cryptos follow this same pattern. Any crypto that's been around for a while, currently. So you got to take that with a grain of salt too. The entire sector is following a similar trend. So
remember, Bitcoin's dead.
Yeah, exactly. Scroll out, people. Scroll out. Today, the blockchain gaming movement is preparing to grow its current player base of approximately 1 million users to new heights. Among developers, the resounding emphasis is implementing sustainable fun mechanics to keep players engaged and the doors of game studios open. To ensure better blockchain-powered mechanics can shine for players and produce desired industry growth, Polymos believes that maintaining a low barrier to entry across games is paramount, and he's identified a pair of projects leading the way to greater adoption. Oh, here we go. A couple of projects. Gentle lead into Web3. I wonder what the project's going to be. Is it going to say? Non-crypto natives. Promising projects breaking down barriers. As blockchain gaming shifts towards more player-friendly, frictionless onboarding processes, Polymos has identified standard projects. Here we go. All right. Immutable. Heard of that?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
In collaboration with Magic. Is that the card game?
Magic
I
the
don't
Gathering?
think so, but you could click, you could see if it is, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not going to click it. It'll crash it'll crash my Dink Donk laptop.
Dink Donk.
Immutable has launched its non-custodial wallet, and I think Okay, so once onboarded to the platform, players can securely use their passport across Web3 games, eliminating the need to maintain multiple addresses and wallets. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
We've been talking about that for a while.
Yeah.
So what was that? Immutable. What's the next one? Metalcore.
Metalcore. Is this
Metalcore.
Is this like Metal Gear Solid? If so, I'll play it.
It looks very XNFT-ish, doesn't it? Metalcore, a first third combat territorial warfare game, is bringing the world of Web3 gaming into new territory as it's slated for an eventual fully free-to-play entry on the globally popular Epic Game Stores.
Wow.
Posting 31.3 blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. Well, that's weird. That starts the article saying it's dead, and then it points to a couple of projects that are awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what the hell?
Oh, it's just clickbait. I do want to mention something because you said Magic the Gathering.
Yep.
I did want to make mention that anybody who's played Magic from the 90s on has been waiting and waiting and waiting for some kind of movie or series or something. And I'm here to say that it is coming. It is coming. So there's a Magic the Gathering series that's focusing on the Planewalkers, Magic's unique magic wielding heroes and villains as they contend with stakes larger than any one world can hold. This is going to be a Netflix series, which is pretty cool. I like the fact that it's a Netflix series. So we're going to wait for more information to come from this. Who's behind it all, of course, with Netflix and how this is going to be carried out. But I'm eagerly awaiting this. Let's hope they don't F it up. Let's hope they don't F it up.
That's always the worry, isn't it?
The fear, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so it appears here that this article is focusing on the terms. So it says the terms play to earn and gamify themselves imply unsustainability. Really? Literally meaning that players are logging on and playing with the primary goal of earning a profit. I don't believe so. Well, is there truth to that?
I mean, if that's all we did, Ben, we wouldn't have this show. We wouldn't have the UDU podcast. We wouldn't have Upland Development United, which is a group of really strong, active players. You know, we wouldn't have.
That's true. Yeah.
These other shows, like it's not only about that. It's about the community. It's about. Yeah, of course, it's about making a profit. That's the main part of it. But there's so many other factors involved. To say that's the only thing is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I was gonna play Devil's Avocado, and like one of those games was the veggie one that you showed last week. You're kind of playing that just to get a bit of matic, really. I mean, the incentive there is to do it, so there is a little bit of truth there in some aspects.
When I could get to a certain point in there, I could start doing PvP as well to earn even more matic. But I guess some are geared towards just that, and some are geared towards much more than that.
I think it speaks to what Uplando was saying is, you know, we need it now. We need the instant instantaneous gratification compared to play to earn gaming is about, especially if you're free, it's about the grind. So can those two worlds coexist in the same space? So have to wait and see. I think so. I mean, it seems to offer opportunities for everybody. If you want to, and we covered this with the X, if you want to come in with fat stacks of money, you're going to have the opportunities to do that. Like Cheese, you talked about that. Is there going to be a range of prices to get people in? And they said, yes, you can come in and buy up the, whatever their terminology was for the expensive packs, or you can get the entry level one and grind it out. So
yeah, and I think that's important. Like you have different types of players, so you need to have different types of entry. Yes. I think that was really smart of them. Absolutely.
All right, we're running a bit long for time here, so we need to get this done. Now, I smacked you and said, stop talking about that. Zip your lips. We've gone down. Play to earn gaming is not dead, because here's a prime example. Dun, 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 dun. Now take it away, Cheese.
What am I taking away?
Your own tweet.
Shared screen, yeah.
Oh! Free Avalon weekend for all. Any pass holders. If you're in Avalon and looking for a guild, hit up at UCC DAC, at Mass Chef, or myself to check out our Genesis Guild, Sanguis Draconius. So basically, if you have a gold, silver, purple, emerald, and a June pass, you can play Avalon this weekend for free.
Cool. What is the requirements to do such? Morecheese, do you have to have a PC? Is it mobile? Tell us.
It is PC. I know they are looking into certain mobile options that's not available right now, but yeah, for the most part, it's PC, and it's beautiful. And you go in and you see that horse. You could have a flying mount. They are in talks, with Upland, and hopefully I can get this in. It's an MMORPG open world.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool.
And we had Marius on this show a couple of times. The last time we had him, he dived into things in great detail. So, yeah.
The vampire from the Marius from Animal. Sorry.
or Marius from Les Miserables. That's right. What's wrong today?
All the Mariuses.
Every time I talk to Marius, I always sing that part.
Great.
Marius,
yes. So is play to earn gaming dead? I think it's barely even begun. And Avalon the Druid is one project I think is going to lead the way with.
Oh yeah.
Because like the partnerships and the stuff he has got cooking up with a lot of the well-established, gaming, entertainment communities is massive. And then we have the kind of UGC aspect with the X NFT project and Upland, and those guys have a wealth of experience on one end, and they're coupling with Satoshi and Acero, who have the kind of community knowledge and the experience there too. So it's, I think this is all heading to a place that's going to be very, very special indeed. I think in, say, 5 years' time or something, when we look back on these kind of articles and this kind of fuddy vibe, I think we're going to look back and maybe have a little bit of a chuckle and a bit of a smile, and maybe even do a bit of glass toasting, cha-ching. Who knows?
That'd be amazing. That would be amazing.
Who knows? All right, that's all I've got for this week. I need to get my ass into gear because last week I had 2 tons of rocks being delivered. This week I got 3. So
I want to hear a little bit more about Uplando's.
Yes. Podcast. All right. You got 5 minutes.
Okay, great. First and foremost, thank you guys so much for having me. This has been a lot of fun. It's always good to be on and talk with you guys about things that are happening in the news and NFTs and all the games and stuff. And it's just a pleasure to be here. So thank you so much, both of you, for having me on. And what was Cheese? What was specifically were you going for with that from what you wanted me to talk about?
Oh, any new updates? Stuff. Yeah, like Uplandia.
Gotcha. Okay, so 2 things really. The two biggest things are, of course, yes, Uplandia, nice to meet you. Legacy player in the game has done a great job at developing this. We're in open beta, so forgive us for the things that we're going through. We are just newly released a couple of months back. We were second in the hackathon, so we got a little development money that came in. So we're putting that to good use. And really all the marketing that's done at this point is word of mouth and people spreading it. So we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for playing. That will continue to evolve. We are on what we would otherwise call a legacy platform, which is played in Discord. So it's the link. You can go there. Maybe the MVE will be so happy to drop that link in there, people to get started. It's free to play, and it's a play to earn. So if you can play it standalone, but if you have properties in Upland and Queens Fresh Meadows, you'll be able to leverage those and utilize. People have made millions of UPICs. We paid out millions of UPICs, I should say, to players for that, and we're very happy with that. The next expansion is, of course, Morecheese's Bronxdale. It's the Bronx neighborhood. A credible NFT artwork that she has painstakingly went through and created. So again, we utilize AI as part of what some of the actual artwork, but that is to help us. We use it as a tool. It's not AI is doing everything, but we use it as a tool. But we are also doing that so that we can focus on the members of Upland and the communities. If you're interested in having an expansion, could be anywhere from a quest to a full-on node, be brought into Uplandia, direct message myself, Uplando, over there on the Upland Discord, and you can get a hold of me. We'll talk about it. We've got a lot of different expansions coming. I don't know. You could see some red cloth. You never know how that's going to work out. Things that could happen over there. You could see some spooky things. And so look out for the next in the cycle of development for software and things of that nature. It takes time. So thank you for your patience. The second part, or the thing that I have, is I don't know if you guys heard this or not, because it's been really kind of quiet. There hasn't really been much made of it, but there was a Spark exchange. I think that something happened there, and it had otherwise, somebody decided they no longer wanted to be in there, and very interesting. We've seen that cycle, wink, wink, hint, hint. However, the House of Spark is still there. House of Spark continues to be that which is a Spark exchange that has been there before all and will be there after. They are making great moves and efforts. Many, many, many hundreds, if not 1,000+ Spark have been moved onto the exchange since the other closed. There is lots of builds going on. Spark from 5 Spark hours up to 7. I've even seen some 10s, 11s, 12. If you want to get something done fast, the higher you put up, the more you get done. So that has been great, and we look for good things to come from them. Outside of that, it's just another day in Upland. We are, the 6th-month point? So we are halfway point of 2023. We're going on to the second half. Ought to be exciting with Tokyo coming up and all the good things. So keep it you to you. Get your red robes. Do your chanting. And that's all I had. Thanks for having me, guys.
And really quick, if you can't get in touch with Uplando, certainly, and you want any information about Uplandia, certainly send me a DM and I can get that information to you. If I don't have the answer, I'll get it for you and answer any questions. I want to see as many nodes in this as possible. It's not easy. It's open to everyone, but you have to put the work in, and it's an ongoing process. But it isn't exclusive. It's something for everybody to do. And if you think you have time and the effort to put into it, I would definitely reach out to Uplando or myself. And just for any questions, like I've been walking people through it all the time. The customer service is great. Like I have questions I know I could ask Uplando. I know I could ask the people in there. Everyone's very nice. They'll get back to you right away, so just keeping that in mind moving forward.
Appreciate that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Play to earn, baby. Play to earn.
Play to earn.
Yes. And I will say, thank you to you, Uplando, for jumping in today. Cheese and I, we enjoy doing the show in our own kind of way, but we kind of echo chamber within ourselves as well. So it's always interesting to get a different take on these perspectives. And you always come at it with a fun and unique angle, whether it be this show, the UDU podcast, whatever. So I appreciate you taking the time and getting involved.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
All right. On that note, Chase.
Wait, where's my stop recording button?
This is your show.
Your show. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Go ahead, get your pinky up. Talk wine and cheese, motherfucker. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Talk wine and cheese. hairbrush, hit you with the knife. People at fire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky. People at fire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. She's in the house, get left and right. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. People at fire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky. Time for wine and cheese. Wine and cheese. 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 Time for wine and cheese.
Are you looking for some of that quality outdoor decor? But you got no freaking idea where to go? Oh, come on over to Samurai Aquatics and Decor for all your outdoor decor needs. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the Metaverse, do ya? Yeah, just delete that. I'm still not ready, sorry. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the Metaverse, do ya? Or maybe some kind of crappy ramshackle building that, I don't know, needs a bit of extra spunk to it or something. And stop mucking about and get yourself over to Samurai Aquatics Discord to see all our available stock. We've got loads of different decor to spend your pretend money on. We've got saunas to fire you up, and ice baths to chew you the fudge out. Literally stock coming out of our ears. Grills, swings, seating, and more. So much more. And if we don't got it, give us a buzz, and we could probably make it. Get yourself on over to Samurai Aquatics at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, lickety split, and gorge yourself on outdoor decor.